Oh, hey, welcome to today's challenge where we tackle one of the biggest issues facing parents and teens, the battle of the screen. Many parents are noticing that after a period of screen time, teens are often irritable and moody, short-tempered and foul. Most agree screen time equals scream time, and the longer the screen time, the worse the meltdown seems to be. Christy Godwin, she's a researcher into the effects of technology on a child's brain, and she says that whenever we do anything pleasurable with technology, whether it's watching funny cat videos or looking through endless feeds on Instagram, our brain releases the feel-good neurotransmitter, dopamine. Our brains naturally want more and more of this feel-good state, and so we crave more use of technology. The digital world offers continual sensory seduction. Their mind is constantly stimulated, automatically fed the next game or photo or video, and even after hours, their desire for novelty is easily and constantly met in an online world. Dragging a teen out of that narrow, all-encompassing world is like taking a half-eaten lolly from a toddler. Man, I got the taste of the good stuff, and you're taking it away. It's like torture for them. Dr. Godwin reflects that our kids are reluctant to turn off technology because it will mean terminating their supply of dopamine. We try to rationalize with them, apply logic about how many hours they've been on it, or what a waste of time it is. But their brain's just not capable of rational for at least 20 minutes as it comes down from the adrenaline and dopamine injection. Their response is often more pronounced if they're playing video games where another part of the brain is engaged in the desire for progress and mastery and the enticement of reward. It's the perfect formula for a teen-sized tantrum, and many of us battle it daily. So we do one of two things. Number one, we just don't bother having the battle and let nature take its course. Do what you like. Why should I fight it? Just to make sure you get your homework done, and then we're sweet. Or two, we go the other way and come in heavy. Right, that's enough. Off it. I told you to get off it. If you don't turn it off now, you'll be, and we probably, for most of us, we do a combination of one and two, depending how much energy we have for the fight. The problem with option one is that screen time is often replacing other healthy activities like schoolwork, social interaction, exercise, and especially sleep. And some research says it's not that good for their mental health, where it can trigger depression, isolation, and withdrawal. Do you want a shocking stat? A survey of over 20,000 Australian teens found that 80% of them are on some kind of social media many hours per day, with some teens up to 6 hours a day. But many parents feel that leaving them to their own devices is the lesser of two evils, where the battle for boundaries and enforcing rules creates so much tension and turmoil that it's just not worth it. Mum Jane told me, Dan, I'm tired of the battle. Sometimes I'm up for the fight and going multiple times before threatening to take the phone off him, or worse, turn the internet off. But it just wears me down. I'm not going to pretend to have a silver bullet or a magic formula for making this easy. We live in a society where it's normal for even functioning adults to blow hours per day on the screen. Managing the whole thing requires some very intentional steps and preparation before the screen time even begins. In fact, with teens, the solution starts with our ability to negotiate with a young person who wants to be treated as an adult. We'll get really practical on this later in the month, but today's challenge is one of the hardest in the 30 days. Have a family conversation with your teen about the screen. I've provided a worksheet as a starting point for your conversation, with the goal that you would ask your teen for their own answers on: number one, how much screen time do you think is good, beneficial, and healthy each day? Two, what time should be screen off time? Number three, are there any family habits you think we should all agree to around screens? And number four, what are the benefits and downsides of lots of screen time? Now, sure, they might try to avoid the discussion by saying, I don't know, whatever I feel like on the day, or, I don't want to have this talk. But it's worth telling them why this conversation is important. And then it's not about rules for them, but family values that you want to share together. Even tell them that you need help with your own screen time. That it's not just rules for you and your siblings. And tell them the truth. Hey, we want home to be peaceful. We want to get along. We want you to take power back from the media companies who make money from every hour you're on it and hook you into their system. You want to take control over your own life. So come on, let's talk. Good luck with it, and I hope you have a great day.